nothing left for dead.
And alright, welcome to Kuma-style Reviews. This is TJ here, back again with a review of Beast Wars, the original series, Optimus Primal. Quite a bit of an older toy. I believe it was 96, 97, if I'm not mistaken, that this was released. But for me, it's a personal grail, because outside of collecting mostly, classics figures and now masterpieces, I've got a nice little Optimus Prime collection going. So this was a treat for me to get, and honestly, seeing him in person, I'm in love. So let's go ahead and get to the review. As you can see, starts off in gorilla mode. We'll go ahead and get some alternating views here. Okay. Birds. And turning them around. So one thing I do like about this toy is that he is very straightforward. I mean, with this one, even though it has a lot of gimmicks, for the brunt of it, what you see is what you get. Now, the gorilla mode, very straightforward. I mean, if you want to, you can go ahead and stand them up. Raise the camera up a bit, lean it down some. And yeah, you can definitely stand him up a bit. However, as you can see, with his head pointing upwards, it just doesn't work. It's not a very cohesive or natural looking thing. But since he's already standing up, let's go ahead and transform him into robot mode. Alright. It's gonna rotate the hands out. I am turning around the waist. Well, first, I'm actually going to flip the feet around. Then I'm going to turn around the waist. Bring his legs down. And boom, there we go. That's his whole bottom half right there. So definitely doing alright so far. Now, I'm going to bring his head down, turn the mutant head around. I'll hit on that a little bit more later. Flip it back. Make sure his antennas are up. They are adjustable. Okay. And his head actually flips out to form his chest. Okay. There's that. We're almost done. Flip his elbow, his shoulder pads out, and there is a little lock on here. You just move the plastic past it. Doesn't bend or break. It's a real easy fit. And bam! We have Optimus Primal in robot mode. And honestly, he's definitely a good looking toy. But one of the most impressive things about him is his size. So give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and get Hinkai Optimus, and I'll put him next to him. And sorry if it seems like I use Hinkai Optimus a lot for size comparisons, but he's just a popular classics figure, so I like using that as a base point. But as you can see, Hinkai Optimus is a Voyager-sized figure, while Optimus Primal fits more into that Ultra or Leader class. So he's definitely a big bot, which I do like. And it's part of the reason I chose him instead of the Robot Masters version, Telemoka, anything like that, because all of those are more deluxe size versions of this character. And plus I like the fact that on this one his mask is up. I wasn't really a fan of the way he looked with the mouth exposed. So let's go ahead and take a look at the figure itself. First, just giving you guys some different views here. Rotate him around a bit. Okay. And there's that. Now let's take a look at his articulation. We'll go ahead and start with the head first. Head doesn't really move up and down. It does move side to side though. Hold this. Full 360 degrees of articulation. Okay. Let's take a look at the arms now. Shoulders definitely move up and down. They move side to side. And while I'm hitting on that with the shoulders, if you notice, they kind of move together. That's because he actually has a gimmick in the back. This lever here, which moves his arms. So, it's more for gorilla mode to make his arms swing, but that's what happens when you take that lever and pull it side to side. Okay, now that we've got that covered, and I just spoiled another one of his gimmicks on accident, he definitely has the bicep swivel. He has elbow joints. Unfortunately, his wrists do not articulate. Looking at his legs, start at the thigh. His thighs are ball jointed, but unfortunately he doesn't have like a real thigh swivel or anything like that, so he's a little bit limited when it comes to turning that thigh around. He has full bend at the ankles. He doesn't have articulated ankles or anything like that. His feet do bend upwards some because of his transformation, and he has the heel support there. Yeah, there you go. Like I said, he's a very, very straightforward figure. Now, let's go ahead and look at some of his gimmicks. On each arm, there is a small tab here. You go ahead and push that tab in, and you're able to pull his forearm up. From there, he has muscles. Okay, just get him repositioned a bit. And like I said, that goes the same for each arm. Okay, sorry to get my hand in the way there. Now going ahead and readjusting his arms back, you just fold it, it snaps back in place. And I really do dislike that gimmick. On my own time, I'm going to see if I can get that removed so that his arms aren't moving at the same time. But there's a button on the back here, and let's see what it does. Bam! Flips 2 missile launchers forward. So that's definitely pretty cool. Alright. And each missile does fire. Not going to fire them now. But they do have buttons right at the top. And also, you can see the blue here. Just try to focus it a bit. Each side has the swords. So what I'm going to do is take those out. As you can see here, it does have tabs on the top and bottom, and they peg in right in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take each sword out, and when you bend the missiles back, these flaps, they just snap back into place. So now, into the other side, and boom, they stay. Okay. Now the swords, Standard 5mm. Nice snug fit into his hands. Okay. Alright, get him into a nice pose here. I know, kind of irrelevant what pose he's in and stuff like that, but it's a photographer in me, I'm not gonna lie. And there you have it. The original Beast Wars Optimus Primal. Definitely a nice, solid, big size figure. Or, you know, big, ultra leader. It's just got a good size, good heft to him. He's a solid one. Good amount of gimmicks too, but not anything that's too obtrusive, flashy, or inhibits the toy itself. For me, he was a must-have. I went out of my way to go ahead and get him, even though he's been released years ago. And I'm excited to have him. For anybody thinking about him, I definitely say go for it. When I look at eBay, I believe he sells between $40 and $50 shipped, complete. So that's definitely a steal for what all you're getting in this toy. I definitely recommend him. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for sitting through it with me. Have a great one.